Thank you so much for staying with us, everyone. We've been talking about the PDP leadership tussle, and of course, something that has affected or come hard on the leadership of the PDP in Lagos State. Mr. Akin Osuntokun, former presidential aide, has been talking to us. You were saying that for the start commentary, according to you, that Senator Alimodu Sheriff was made the chairman of the party. But again, when we look at well, the pedigree of this man in question, he was a former senator, a two-time governor of a northeastern state of Borno. You think that pedigree is not enough to be a former BOT chairman of another party? You think that is not enough to be to lead a party like the PDP?
Well, how did he perform in those positions? Go and look at his legacy in Borno State. I don't know how many people, how many governors will be proud to leave that kind of legacy. When he was governor of Lagos and of Borno State, a newspaper published a critical article on him, a critical feature. And his response was that his own people in Borno State, they are not educated enough to read newspapers, so he doesn't care. Now, that is the kind of governor he is. Now, or he was. You spoke about his BOT in AMPP. If it was that rosy for him, why did he leave the BOT? It was controversy galore, it was quarrel galore, it was anything but. And he's foreign into PDP about a year ago. How did PDP fare in Borno State in the last elections? What was the impact that he was able to bring there?
Well, when you see all of these things,
notoriety
is... Just a moment. If you say all of these things, and when we wonder, the top echelon of the party, of the PDP, saw this man, and they approached him. All of these factors you're bringing to the table, all of these things that you're saying were not open to them, or what happened? Didn't they see all of this?
Well, that was why I said it's a poor judgment. They have a sense of poor judgment. The people, those who brought him in the first place. And, you know, some of us who associated with him warned them that, look, this man, you regret, there is no way you are going to ask this man to be a chairman for 2 months and 3 months, and he is going to eat your advice or whatever it was. Now, you know, it was, I don't like post-mortem. He surpassed the worst expectations of those who are critical of his emergence. And it is, you know, at the end of the day, he was so gross in his behavior that it was actually those who were fighting to keep him in that position that pulled the rug underneath his feet. So it was, when you said that, it was a sense of extreme poor judgment on those who brought him in the first place. But they were able to...
Yeah, Mr. Osuntokun, it seems you are not a fan of...
that measure for 2 months.
You are not a fan of Senator Alimodu Sheriff for just a bit, but then you have a critical opinion about him. Well, that would be personal. But let me quickly take you to what is happening in the PDP in Lagos. Some of the kind of things that... It gets to a point in time when you see people... hacking themselves, you know, stabbing themselves in the stomach, in the arm, hitting themselves hard, attacking themselves, members of the same party. Well, party has been factionalized in the PDP. Lagos is critical for any political party as that. But again, what kind of commentary would you give on this situation between the Chief Bode Judge faction and maybe now, because Senator Buruji Kashamu of Ogun State have been drawn into it, Adewale Aeroland has told us that Buruji Kashamu is the leader of the party in the Southwest. What kind of thing do you think is happening in the PDP in Lagos and the Southwest?
Look, you know, brigandage and banditry in any aspect of the national life is bad. But whether it is within the context of a political party, or is in channels, or is in the motor park, anywhere where you have brigandage, people macheting themselves or drawing blood from one another is condemnable behavior. There is no excuse for that. There is no sectional or, you know, that is pure, all true and true bad behavior. So it has nothing to do with being factionalized in PDP. There's nothing, you know. If what you are trying to say is that the violence that attended it, of course, that is universally condemnable wherever that takes place. So, but some of the things we are seeing is a syndrome of the absence of a superior organ of the party that can exercise discipline and orderliness. If you have a stable and authoritative national executive, for instance, you have a chairman, many of these flare-ups and disruptions will be moderated. You can see people taking advantage of the crisis at the national level. I can see somebody you call aerosol, I don't know what that means, brandishing a letter from Sheriff, appointing him as chairman of Lagos State PDP. Now, how do you take, what kind of lawlessness is that? In a political party, somebody wrote you a letter appointing you as somebody who was supposed to be a stopgap chairman himself. I mean, it's a sorry state, but as I said, the PDP itself has fallen into a crisis right from the loss of power about a year ago. And it is undergoing
I think we need to go now. Many thanks for coming on the program. Always a pleasure having you join us as well. Many thanks also for being such a great company on the show. I'm sure I'll Bye for now.